There is one question been hitting K-pop fandom lately. Is the K-pop industry actually dying? And if it is, what will it look like in the next 10 years? First of all, I've lived long enough to hear those words twice already. People have been screaming K-pop is dying since forever. First time, when Gen 2 came to an end. Groups like trainee, Big Bang, Girls' Generation started disbanding or going inactive, and everyone freaked out. Oh my god, that's it! K-pop is over! And then what happened? Nothing. Gen 3 debuted, K-pop exploded even more. BTS, Blackpink, EXO twice. It became global. So now that you're hearing the same thing again, let me tell you, it's not the end. It's just the shift. If you feel like K-pop is dying, it might just be because you're getting older. Your favorite Gen 3 idols are going solo, taking breaks, or disbanding one by one. BTS and military, Blackpink doing their own thing. It's giving the same feeling we had back in the Gen 2 ending era. But here's what people forget. K-pop is built to evolve. It doesn't die. It reinvents itself. We're just entering another reset period. And this time, it's kind of messy. Gen 3 and Gen 4 are overlapping, and we haven't had that one group yet. That one mega breakout group that defines Gen 5. But it's coming. And when it does, you'll see the spark again. Right now, groups like Ivy, G-Idol, Les Seraphim, they're carrying Gen 4 and doing really well, topping charts, going viral. But if none of these new groups are your vibe, that doesn't mean K-pop is dying. It just means you're not the target anymore, and that's okay. You want proof? Look at my viewership. My channel is getting more views now than it did 3 years ago. That's not just luck, that's the K-pop wave still growing. The fans are still here. The hype is still real. So no, K-pop isn't dying. K-pop is changing. And change always feels weird when you're not in the middle of it. The style is changing, the idols are changing, even the fandom itself is changing. In 10 years, the majority of K-pop fans won't be millennials or even older Gen Z anymore. It's going to be Gen Alpha and the youngest Gen Z. Already now, a lot of millennials have kind of stopped watching. Not because they stopped loving K-pop, but because they can't connect with the new wave. Those flashy, experimental MVs don't hit the same. Being cool isn't a priority anymore. But K-pop's next era isn't built for us. It's built for the next kids who are ready to fall into the same obsession we once had. Second, the way fans support idols is changing too. Back in Gen 2 and Gen 3, fans were all about buying physical albums, streaming like crazy, learning the whole fan chant, and showing up to music shows just to see their idol for 2 minutes. That's what support used to look like. But Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they're built different. They're not buying 20 albums just to get one photo card anymore. They'll watch a fan cam on TikTok, drop a comment, maybe repost it with some funny caption, and boom, that's how a group goes viral now. It's faster, louder, and more chaotic. These newer fans don't follow groups the same way. They might not even know all the members' name, but if the music slaps, the vibe is cool, and the visual is crazy enough for their TikTok feed, they're in. They don't have to be loyal to one group like older fans used to be. They'll jump between 3 or 4 groups depending on the comeback, the look, or the trend. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. It's just modern fandom. It's casual, it's fast, and it's global. K-pop companies know this too. That's why you see so many songs now with TikTok challenges built into the choreo. Why so many idols are posting vlog-style content instead of just relying on stage presence. The whole industry is shifting toward fast, short-form attention. So if you're still stuck in the mindset of stream the MV 100 times in 24 hours, I get it. That's what we were taught. But the new gen doesn't care. They just want the vibe. They want the aesthetic, and K-pop's adapting to that. Third, K-pop idols themselves are evolving into a new type of star. K-pop idol of today is not the same as the idol from 10 years ago. Back then, being an idol meant being this perfect, polished, mysterious figure. No dating, no opinions, no mess. You smile, you perform, you look pretty, and that's it. But the new generation of idols, they're way more raw, real, and unfiltered. They go live on Instagram half asleep with no makeup. They post memes, share their Spotify playlist, and talk about their mental health like it's normal. Because it is normal now. Fans these days don't just want pretty faces and good dancing. They want personality, they want chaos. They want idols who feel like besties, not celebrities. Look at New Jeans, for example. Their whole vibe is casual, Gen Z core, and super chill. They're not trying to be idol-like. They're just being relatable. The idea of what makes a good idol is shifting. Before, companies looked for who was the most perfect. Now, they're looking for who's the most interesting, who can go viral just by being themselves, who can speak English or Japanese fluently, who has the potential to do variety shows videos, solo content, TikToks, and even act or model on the side. In the next 10 years, idols won't just be singers and dancers, they'll be full-on content creators. They'll have their own YouTube channels, streaming careers, acting gigs, even brand collabs outside of music. The line between idol and influencer is already blurring, and soon it'll be completely gone. Fourth, the sound of K-pop is about to change, big time. If you've been paying attention, you already know K-pop doesn't sound the same anymore. The old school formula, loud EDM drops, dramatic buildups, rap bridges, high note finales, is starting to disappear. That classic Gen 2 and Gen 3 sound, it's fading out fast. Now K-pop is pulling influences from everywhere. Ivy is mixing confident vocals with clean, minimal beats. aespa is bringing futuristic electronic sounds that feel straight out of a video game. Even Boy Next Door is blending casual rap with laid-back storytelling vibes that sound more like something you'd hear on a chill playlist than a traditional K-pop stage. What's happening? K-pop is slowly becoming genre-free. It's not trying to copy Western pop anymore. It's creating its own identity by mixing sounds from all over the world. UK garage, trap, Latin beats, funk, Jersey club, indie pop, etc. And the fans? They love it. Because Gen Z and Gen Alpha grew up with Spotify algorithms and TikTok trends, they don't care what genre a song is, they just want something that hits, sounds different, and feels like their vibe. In 10 years, don't be surprised if K-pop groups release entire albums with zero choreography, or if the main focus is vibe over vocals, or AI vocalists mixing into real group tracks. Yeah, that's already starting. Some older fans might say, this isn't real K-pop anymore, but here's the truth. K-pop has always changed. It's not about sounding a certain way. It's about being bold, creative, and unforgettable. As long as idols still perform with passion, visuals stay strong, and concepts keep evolving, it's still K-pop, just entering its next form. Fifth, the way K-pop trainees are being made is changing behind the scenes. You think the next K-pop stars are being trained the same way as 10 years ago? The old model, living in a dorm, training for 7 years, eating boiled eggs while getting yelled at by your dance coach. It's still around, but it's not the only way anymore. K-pop companies are experimenting with new systems. You've got online global auditions, virtual training camps, and short-term idol academies that give you fast-track experience. Companies are now scouting talent from TikTok, YouTube Shorts. If you show potential, they don't care where you came from. Sixth, K-pop might not be Korean anymore. Yeah, I said it. In the next 10 years, K-pop might not even be based in Korea anymore, at least not completely. The K in K-pop will always mean something. The roots, the system, the style. But the industry is expanding way past Seoul. We're already seeing companies setting up training programs overseas, hosting global auditions in LA, Bangkok, Jakarta, Paris, and even forming sublabels in Japan, the US, and China. Even now, some idols barely speak Korean. Take a look at newer groups. You'll find main rappers or vocalists who speak better English or Mandarin than Korean, and their fan base, mostly international. That's not a coincidence, that's strategy. Why? Because the money, the market, and the momentum is coming from outside Korea now. K-pop is global. So don't be surprised if in the next 10 years, a K-pop group debuts under a Korean company, but trains in Los Angeles, lives in Tokyo, and promotes mostly in Southeast Asia and Europe. The internet already made borders meaningless. K-pop is just catching up. And let's go even deeper. We might start seeing non-Korean K-pop groups, like fully, no Korean members, just the K-pop system, visuals, and vibe, but with all Japanese, Thai, or even African members. You might feel weird about that now, but guess what? That's exactly how people felt about non-Koreans in K-pop 10 years ago. And look where we are now. The real question isn't, is K-pop dying? It's what will K-pop become once the whole world is part of it? Because this isn't the end, it's the expansion.